Hi, welcome to Future Technos for photographers, hybrid creators, and camera lovers in general. 2025 is already shaping up to be a milestone year. Mirrorless technology is evolving at breakneck speed. And while every major brand has its share of buzz, one model keeps showing up in conversations, rumor threads, and wish lists. The Nikon Z90. This APS-C mirrorless body hasn't even been officially announced yet, but it has already built the kind of hype usually reserved for Nikon's full-frame flagships. Some fans see it as the true successor to the legendary D500, a DSLR that once defined crop sensor excellence. Others call it the Baby Z9, a playful nickname suggesting Nikon might be ready to pack flagship DNA into a smaller, more approachable body. But speculation only gets us so far. The real question is, can the Z90 live up to its reputation before it even exists? Will it be the crop sensor champion photographers have been waiting for? Or just another rumor cycle that fades away? Let's dig into the leaks, reports, and analysis to separate the hype from realistic expectations. Before diving into specs, it's worth looking at what this camera's nickname says about Nikon's strategy. The Z8 has already been branded the Baby Z9 because it condensed much of the flagship Z9's power into a smaller frame. Now, with whispers about the Z90, some enthusiasts have taken it further, calling it the Baby Z9 or even the Z9 Lite. While the jokes are clear, the implication is serious. Nikon might be preparing to bring high-end technology down to APS-C users, ensuring the crop sensor audience gets more than watered-down entry-level gear. Leaks suggest the Z90 could launch with a 33-megapixel DX format sensor. On paper, that's just a touch above Canon's EOS R7 with its 32.5 megapixels. But in a competitive market, even that fractional leap feels like Nikon making a statement. We see what you've done, Canon, and we're going to edge past it. The value isn't only in megapixel bragging rights. For wildlife shooters, sports photographers, and anyone who crops in on distant subjects, more pixels mean more flexibility. You can reframe, crop aggressively, and still retain image quality good enough for large prints or professional portfolios. That extra resolution could make the difference between a nice snapshot and a truly standout image. If there's one thing a crop sensor flagship must deliver, it's speed. And according to reports, Nikon is not holding back. The Z90 is rumored to shoot 15 frames per second with its mechanical shutter and up to 30 frames per second electronically. To put that into perspective, that's fast enough to freeze a cheetah mid-leap, a falcon taking flight, or even your dog pulling a once-in-a-lifetime funny face. In other words, it's a tool built for those who don't want to miss the action. But Nikon seems to be thinking beyond stills. Hybrid shooters who move between photography and video look set to benefit as well. Early reports suggest 4K video at 60 frames per second with oversampling, ensuring footage that's razor-sharp and detailed. Add to that full HD at 120p or even 180p, and you're looking at a camera that can handle slow-motion storytelling with ease. This versatility positions the Z90 not just as a photographer's companion, but as a serious machine for hybrid creators. YouTubers, travel vloggers, and indie filmmakers could see it as a cost-effective way to unlock cinematic potential without stepping into bulky full-frame or cinema systems. And then there's perhaps the most exciting whisper, in-body image stabilization, or IBIS. If the rumors prove true, the Z90 could deliver up to 6 stops of stabilization. This is a big deal because Canon's direct competitor, the EOS R7, lacks IBIS entirely. For handheld shooters, stabilization is a lifesaver. It lets you shoot at slower shutter speeds without blur, capture smooth handheld video without a gimbal, and experiment more confidently in low light. Whether you're on safari, hiking in tough terrain, or filming street scenes at night, IBIS can mean the difference between a missed opportunity and a gallery-worthy result. Put simply, the trio of speed, video versatility, and stabilization could make the Z90 a genuine all-in-one powerhouse for today's hybrid creators. Interestingly, alongside the Z90 rumors, Nikon also seems to be preparing a very different kind of camera, the Z6V, a model targeted squarely at filmmakers. Leaks suggest the Z6V could launch around $3,499, placing it between the Z6 III at roughly $2,500 and Red's Komodo X at nearly $6,000. That's a sweet spot for indie filmmakers who want modular design, advanced codecs, and professional-grade workflows without spending Red-level money. Of course, compromises will exist. The lack of an electronic viewfinder could discourage hybrid shooters who still rely heavily on photography. Red-style workflows could introduce a learning curve for those new to cinema rigs, and battery performance during extended high-resolution shoots remains an open question. Still, if Nikon delivers red light color science and pro recording formats at this price, the Z6V could disrupt the entry-level cinema market in ways few expected. Taken together, these rumors paint a picture of a company preparing to reassert itself across multiple creative arenas. The Nikon Z90 looks like a dream for APS-C shooters, packing resolution, speed, stabilization, and video power into one compact body. Meanwhile, the Z6V suggests Nikon is thinking beyond photography and actively targeting indie filmmakers with tools that rival industry staples at a fraction of the cost. What's most refreshing is Nikon's overall approach. Instead of gimmicks or half measures, they seem to be doubling down on practical, thoughtful features, the kind that actually improve the shooting experience. Whether you're capturing wildlife in rapid bursts, filming handheld travel vlogs, or producing an indie short film, Nikon appears ready to provide tools that meet real creative needs. As 2025 unfolds, one thing feels certain. Nikon is preparing to surprise us all. The Z90 could redefine what an APS-C camera can be, while the Z6V could open doors for aspiring filmmakers like never before.